With shoes on. With shoes on, I'm 6'9". There I am. Oh. I realize the camera's just a little bit off there. There we go. Now it's half decent. But yeah, 6'9" with shoes on. So right now I'm not, because I'm not wearing shoes. I should have that a little bit. Still ridiculous. It's overrated, I'll say that. I've been at most people's heights in my life. You know, growing tall, of course you pass every single height. I've been all of them up to 6'9". And you know what? It's overrated. You want to, the tallest you can be and fit in the world and be comfortable is 6'5". Maybe 6'4". 6'4", 6'5", that's as tall as you can get and still comfortably fit in the world. So Brian's about as tall as I'd ever choose to be. Let's put it that way. I love being 6'8", I love being like 6'8", 6'9". It's really cool. And then I, walk into a certain building and the ceiling is really short. Like right here, I have an 8-foot ceiling. I'm not wearing shoes, and I have an 8-foot ceiling. Like, wait, wrist down. Is it the fact that my mom is 6 feet and shortest inside? The thing is with my mom, when you look at her parents, like my grandma on that side, my mom's mom, is like 5'8", I think. 5'8", 5'9". I'll have to double check on how tall she is. But my mom's dad was not that tall. Hey, 5'9"'s still good. Gladiator Hulk from Thor Ragnarok. Agree, Kevin? Gladiator Hulk? What about Gladiator Hulk? Is this a tall joke? Oh, by the way, one thing that's pretty cool. Last night, I went to a Timberwolves game, which is Minnesota's NBA basketball team. And they're giving away bobbleheads of our star player. So this was free. How did they do? Timberwolves won. They won. They're doing fantastic this season. So, yeah, Anthony Edwards. Yeah, Michael. This guy's younger than you. But they're giving those away for free. Then I also have a scarf upstairs. My dad, and Brian went out to a game on Saturday, and they're giving out scarves. Like, nice scarves. Like, retro, the original logo from Minnesota Timberwolves. The whole shebang. So that's pretty cool. How much younger? He's 22. I think he's 22. Here. Hey Google, how old is Anthony Edwards?
22 years old.
He's 22. Sometimes I forget to have that in here. Black Adam or Black Bolt? Probably Black Bolt. Black Bolt. That's a good one. Yeah, 2 years younger than you, 3 years younger than me. Yeah, Black Bolt. Black Bolt just has to utter a syllable and Black Adam's done for. Honestly, the way that Wanda kills him in Multiverse of Madness is a pretty solid way to kill him. Like, here's the thing. Stan Lee is completely right when he says that when you have two characters, the one that's going to win is the one the writer chooses. And my rule when I was doing my DC fan fiction, that how I remade the DCEU, when I was making those videos, if I had a character lose, I tried to have them lose. If I could come up with a way to make them lose, it was, can I make it believable enough? So that's what I was really doing. Never seen you, but YouTube recommended me to you, or seemed pretty cool and chill. Well, thank you so much. Let me see if I get this right. Puggle Shroom Productions. That is a phenomenal name, by the way. How are you doing tonight? Haven't started playing quite yet. Might as well get started here soon, though. When you have people with God-like power, the one who acts faster will win. That is true. That is true. Very, very true. But I had a thought. I'm gonna run it past you guys. I shouldn't say I'm not gonna check it with you guys. It's something I'm planning on doing anyways. So, up till this point, discovered your channel this year? Yeah, it was during the live streams, wasn't it? Or were you watching the videos before the live streams? I know you. That's like where I noticed you. I don't know if I noticed any specific comments. What do I think of live action Avatar? That's kind of what I'm getting to. As of right now, I'll answer your question in a second, Michael. In that, happy Superman Day? Oh, if only I had my Superman shirt. Here, I can do this. There we go. So I'll just kind of hold this just kind of for Superman Day. But as of right now, my channel is essentially solely, I have an era with this channel, 2 eras actually. The first era was, I have more than 2 eras on this channel. The original era of the channel was Twitch highlights, essentially. So if you go watch the old videos on this channel from like 2020, those videos are like old Twitch like highlights and stuff like that. After that, I did my my Patrick Warburton impression. Oh, hey, how's it going? Hey, Peter, you can't be quite doing that right now, okay? Okay. Once upon a midnight dreary, well, I have a cough drop in my mouth, just to kind of soothe the throat. I work in sales and I talk all day, so this is, that's why I didn't stream last week, because my voice was, if I did, my voice was gonna go, and I need this thing for work. So I had to take last week off. So like I'm sucking on a cough drop right now just to prevent throat pain. And it tripped me out. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary. I forget the rest of it. But like when I read the Raven as Kronk, I did all the Kronk impression videos. Then it went into like, oh, what did I do after the Kronk videos? I think that's when I did like the theme songs and did like composing, and there was like a music channel. And then, yeah, I did the music stuff. And then I didn't have fun making those videos. I did for a little bit, but I didn't like it. And then I just made that DC video because in my old Twitch days, it's weird saying that, even though that was 2020. Music was good though. I'm still making the music. Like, I've got one in the chamber right now. I shouldn't say in the chamber, but I got one kind of cooking right now. I've got an idea that I'm kind of trying to work through. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I'm working on a theme song right now. But just I don't always have the time to work on stuff like that. My tentative goal at the beginning of the year was to make a new theme song every month, but I'm obviously didn't get one for February. New Superman logo? Ooh, I haven't seen that yet. DC Universe videos? Oh, they're fun. I love the DC videos. I want an Ozai them. You want to Ozai them? Oh, an Ozai theme. Okay. That'd be interesting. I got it. Yeah, the DC Universe videos was fun because I made that DC Universe. I talk about it in the videos, but I started the universe just after the Birds of Prey Harley Quinn movie came out. And I worked on it all while making the videos. Like, even while editing that 4th video, I was still working on it. So, like, ideas were constantly flowing and constantly changing. Like, the finale probably took me 2 weeks to write. Or 2 weeks to think up. It took me 2 weeks to think of how I was going to do the finale. But, doing that was something that I really enjoyed doing way back when. And so I just made the first video to kind of just get it off my chest, see what people who watched the channel back then, when it was like 20 subscribers, thought of it. And then over the next couple of years, or about a year later after I uploaded that first video, I was like, oh, let's make phase 2. I haven't even done that yet. A lot of stuff happened in that year. And then I just kept working on phases 3 and 4, and I didn't upload phases 3 and 4 right away because I knew that when I uploaded phase 3, phase 4 was locked because I had all the ideas written. So once phase 3 is done, then phase 4 has to be ready to go. So I had to make sure phases 3 and 4 were done before I uploaded phase 3. So a lot of work happened between phases 2 and 3. But made those videos, and I thought, what if I do like a MNJ TV? I really like MNJ TV as a YouTuber. I think he's really entertaining. And then like a Super Carlin Brothers. Like if I combined the two, but focus it on superheroes. So I make that kind of similar content, but it's focused mostly on the superhero movies because that's what I love. Like, oh, what happened here? Stand by. Stand by. I'm gonna unplug and replug my webcam back in. That's not it. Sub badge, is that who I think it is? It is exactly who you think it is. Exactly. He was my buddy. There's a reason he is. For those who don't know, on Twitch, the sub badge is my old cat who passed away. That orange-white cat. There we go. So I'll do this. Like, obviously I'm a fan of the comics. And I got All-Star Superman Volume 1 right down next to me here. See? But, like, obviously I'm a fan of the comics. That's not all of my comics. And plus I have that comic book wall, which is right back there, where I do the long-form videos. Like, I had to read the comics. But the movies are what I fell in love with. So I thought I'd make a channel that's focused on the movies. I've been thinking, and I'm all but certain I'm going to do it, I'm going to add another branch to my channel where I don't just talk about superhero movies, and I would talk about Avatar: The Last Airbender as well, and make similar videos in the style of Avatar: The Last Airbender. That being said, I have watched the entirety of the new Netflix live-action series. I watched the whole thing. Sox and Romeo were awesome, by the way. Sox and Romeo, by the way, were my two cats growing up. Poseidon 1999 is my cousin. So, I want to make an Avatar branch of this channel, where, and like how I've been talking about superheroes and superhero movies and comic books, I would also talk about Avatar, because Avatar, I probably like Avatar, especially right now, just because it's like fresh on the brain. I probably actually enjoy Avatar more than comic books. Like, I want to get more of these. And the reason I haven't is because I want to support my local comic shop by only buying it from them. But these, like, omnibus, hardcover, Avatar comics. This one's specifically on rebuilding the Southern Water Tribe after the events of the original cartoon. So, like, you got Aang, Sokka, Katara, Zuko, Toph. And this is actually a really cool comic book. And I only want to get these if at all possible. Like, these hardcovers, they're like $40. But, like, they got a bunch of cool stuff in here, like concept art and things like that. And sorry about that. But I absolutely love the world of Avatar. So, without going too deep into what I plan to be making after the ChatGPT character and Phase 1 recap long-form video, that's the one I'm working on right now, I'm thinking after that, I'm going to make my formal spoiler-included review of the live-action Avatar, and that's going to be kind of my entry into this, like, world of Avatar videos, where I talk about various things about Avatar. So, that's more than likely going to happen. So, my extreme general thoughts on the live-action Netflix adaptation of Avatar is that it was good. I enjoyed it. I have not looked up anyone else's opinion, nor do I want to until after I upload my video. Because I want as clear of my thoughts and only my thoughts in that video, because I know a lot of times when I do look up reviews, I tend to adopt other people's viewpoints, and I really don't want to do that. So, like, I've already put together my pros, cons, the list of changes I saw in my viewing. I binged the whole damn thing on Thursday. Watched episode 1 before work, I watched 2 through 8 after work, and, like, I didn't get done until nearly midnight, and there were a lot of changes. Not going to go too deep into those. Most of the changes, if not all of them, the vast majority of the changes that they did make from the cartoon were changes that made sense. So, I applaud them. The writers actually watched the show this time and knew what they were doing. The castings, the one thing I will say is the castings were perfect. So don't talk to you about it yet, although I think you and I agree. Okay. I just don't want to, like, go too deep into it. I don't really want to spoil my own video, but my general thoughts to answer your question is that I enjoyed it, and I will rewatch it. It's just a matter of when, because right now I'm rewatching the original. I'm not gonna lie. I am also finishing up Korra. I literally just watched the live action all on Thursday. My mom is I'm finishing up the run on with Korra. My mom is finishing up Korra. We're finishing the show tomorrow. Nice, yeah. My mom and I are gonna finish The Legend of Korra tomorrow. We have the last 2 episodes. I've been showing her that over the last, off and on for the last year or so. I've been showing her Legend of Korra, and I just restarted today, rewatching the original. Captain America or Star-Lord? Cap. The Shield and Super Soldier Serum, plus I call them equal and strategist. Star-Lord is better at thinking up a plan and, like, improvising. But I don't know what Star-Lord would be able to do with Cap, but at the end of the day, you're going to be able to write whoever you want to win. So, anyway. My general thoughts. Korra was good in your opinion, first 2 seasons, then it went down. Season 3 of Korra is the second best season out of Avatar and Korra altogether. It goes Season 3 of Avatar, Season 3 of Korra, Season 2 of Korra. I put Season 1 of Avatar and... No, that's Season 2 of Korra. Season 3 Avatar, Season 3 Korra. Season 1 Korra and Season 1 Avatar are, like, neck and neck for me, because Season 1 Avatar overall is better, but there's so many, like, boring filler episodes. Okay, not boring, but, like, filler episodes I didn't like because they still had to make the show somewhat, like, have the episodes to show, like, that are standalone, like Fortune Teller, The Pirates, The Great Divide. And I'll just subscribe. Sorry if this is self-promo, but if you like new fun takes on DC Universe, I do DC stop motion on your channel. Awesome! Yeah. That's actually really cool. I can't check it out right now, but I will check you out when I get some free time. So, I mean, yeah, just keep the self-promo to a minimum. Not a 0, but yeah, just keep it to a minimum. Do I sense a collab coming? I have a full-time job, and I have a what's the word? Side hustle on top of the YouTube channel. and I try to keep a personal life. So if that happens, it happens. But I can't guarantee anything between me and Puggleshroom, because Puggleshroom, your boy makes music. Maybe. We'll have to talk about it. So, anyways. Yeah, so Season 3 of Avatar, then Season 3 of Korra, and that's a close second. That's the one with Zahir and the Red Lotus. Then it's Season 2 of Avatar. Seasons 1 of Korra and Season 1 of Avatar are like neck and neck. If Season 1 of Avatar, maybe it was a little shorter, then they're like right neck and neck. Because the one thing I appreciate about Korra is because they're limited to 13 episodes a season, they had to make every episode count. Only if Sinoji Avatar show, I don't want to taint the awesomeness of that show. Watch Korra, but don't watch Korra in the idea that it's as good as Avatar. Watch Korra because you like Avatar. And see it as a supplement to what happens next. Don't see it as it's trying to be Avatar. It's like the prequels for Star Wars. George Lucas could have gone. He has admitted that he could have gone and done the exact same type of story he did in the originals for when he did the prequels. But it would have been boring not only for him, but people would have resented him for doing that because it would have just been like, he just did the same damn thing over again. Look at the sequel trilogy. They literally remade A New Hope, and then 8 and 9 sucked because they kept trying to pull on the nostalgia from the original. George Lucas went out and made something new, and it has its own fan base. And true Star Wars fans enjoy all of George Lucas's creation. That's the way I'm going to phrase it. And then with Avatar, true Avatar fans love the original show and they revere it. And they can still enjoy The Legend of Korra and even the live action Netflix. For you, it's ATLA Season 3, then 1, Korra 1 and 2, Korra 3, 4, ATLA 2. Really? Last Airbender 2 is phenomenal. Like, it's slept on hard. Arguably the best Zuko we ever get. Obviously, possibly the best Iroh we ever get is in Season 2. Like, that's where Zuko learns how to redirect lightning. That's where, you know, Katara nearly heals Zuko's scar in the prisons of Ba Sing Se. I can go all day on Avatar. I've seen that show so many times. It's not even funny. I have literally binged all of Avatar and all of Korra in a single sitting. The thing is that they're all so close that they're all right neck to neck. They are. They're right there. The worst one, you see, I'm rewatching Korra 4 right now, and Korra 4 is slept on. It's slept on in comparison to everything. It's not the best, but I reminded how good it is. Korra 2 is the worst. Out of all of the seasons, Korra 2 is the worst. It makes sense they went that direction. I still don't like Korra 2. I don't like the whole Bolin's an actor thing. Mako, I forget half of what Mako does. Asami's there. The only thing I like about Korra 2 is the finale and the Avatar 1 stuff. Everything else I forget. Like, all about the triple threats and Mako being a detective, I couldn't get into it. Korra 2 is, half of it's boring, and the other half is phenomenal, I admit. Avatar 1's 2 episodes and the finale are just amazing. But, yeah. Korra 3. Just rewatched Korra 3, and it is... Oh my god. Korra 3 is... masterpiece. So, if you've watched Avatar 1... If you watched the original Avatar, give Korra a try. Don't watch it expecting Avatar. Watch it expecting Korra. A new show. It's why it's so high for me. Avatar 1, the finale, are why it's so high. It's great. But Korra 1, Amon is so well done. I loved Amon. And then Korra 3, Zahir is arguably the best villain in all of Avatar. If you had to erase one from history, who would it be? Superman or Batman? Ooh. Man, if I had... Okay, so let's not try to pick who would I erase. Let's try to just see who would I pick to keep. By movies alone, I pick Batman. But by characterization... I don't know. I think I'll pick Batman just because I love the Bat family. Did you answer my question about Red Tornado versus Dr. Doom? Oh, no, I didn't. Sorry. Doom. Doom. Amon gave you nightmares for a week. Bloodbending without a moon is terrifying. Oh my god. Him and Tarlock. Right, it was... No, it wasn't Tarlock. Tarlock is Korra's dad. Hey Google, who was Amon's brother in Legend of Korra?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Damn it. Where's mine? Alright, we're looking this up. It's... How does Doom win? Because it's fucking Dr. Doom, and again, you're going up against an android, assuming that... I'm making the assumption that Red Tornado can short out, and with Dr. Doom having his electrical bullshit, there's nothing Tornado's going to be able to do. It is Tarlock. Okay, then who's Korra's dad? Tonrock. Okay. Tarlock is Amon's brother. Tonrock is Korra's dad. Single Doombot could kill Red Tornado. Alright, why don't we actually play Batman? Why don't we actually play some Batman? Oh, my keyboard has a play pause button. And it stopped working like 2 days ago. I am like very sad. Similar names, very different people. I know, it's still, like, obviously it still confuses me. I'm like, Tonrock is Korra's dad. Tarlock is Amon's brother. Not the same person. But, yeah, I'm likely going to add an Avatar branch to the channel. Have it be superheroes and Avatar. Just because I love Avatar, and I think I know enough about it. Tonrock, Tarlock, confusion aside. I'm confident that I know enough about it that I can make similar videos to my superhero stuff. What am I supposed to do? I haven't played this in a while. Apprehend the Joker, gain access to the penthouse, gain access to the Gotham City Royal Hotel. Okay. So am I supposed to go in through here, I assume? Splashdown. Okay. But yeah, rewatching Avatar, it's, oh my god. Absolutely love Avatar. Alright, let's watch this.
Nice of you to drop in. And just in time.
Have I heard from Megan lately? I don't know what lately is, like last week or so. Not really, no.
You have 1 minute.
Do they even have manners where he comes from? You see, it's a tradition in my house to open one present each on Christmas Eve. How about
Within the past few months.
this one?
I've talked to her in passing when she calls my folks. But she hasn't directly contacted me, nor I to her.
How many lives did you just take?
None. was just a little stocking stuffer. A construction site blocking my view. But this one isn't.
I've long waited for this moment. With your death, I will find peace.
We're gonna catch up eventually.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Alright. I should probably get some armor, if I haven't gotten it all already. Ooh, yeah, can I get that? Yeah, I want that. Not yet, okay. Alright, I gotta remember how to play. Yeah, for... Alright, that's dodge.
This is not how I envisioned our battle. I thought you
Ow.
would challenge me.
They're throwing some batarangs at you.
Do not fight with toys.
Alright, I'm trying to think here. How the fuck do I do this? Dodge. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, there we go. Okay, that's how you do it. Okay, I'm actually gonna sit. Bane gonna whoop you? Yeah, probably. I'll probably lose this first run. I'll use this as a mulligan. So I'm just gonna try a couple things out. If I lose, I lose. Come down to me. There we go. I love my desk. Ooh. That came from deep. Whew. Or one free mulligan unless all players take free one. Oh wait, that's magic. That's magic. Ooh. Babe, not so happy. Oh shit, that's Venom. Alright, I got the Ultra Stun. Whew. Use a dead bat. Yeah, probably. Ow! Owie 5,000. Holy cow, that. There we go. I pressed Y, not double A. All right. I was gonna say, wait, I won that. I think I just hit a checkpoint.
No, not now.
I revel in this. We are as two titans, gods who battle for the soul of this city.
Guys, can we move this along? I've got buildings to explode. Now beat it out of him!
Alright. I'm doing better than I expected. And it felt real. I had a dream where I was in a Lego store and I saw Lego minifigures of Red Tornado March Manhunter. Felt real. Isn't that weird when you have a dream that when you look back on it, it's like, it's so obviously a dream, but you can't see it as fake when you're dreaming it? Like,
I'd hoped for more of a fight.
it's so weird. Mission failed. We'll get him next time. Alright, okay, good. I did get a checkpoint there. Okay. Dodge. I dodged, thank you very much.
I see there is still some fight left in you. Yes. Now beat it out of him.
Gordon is on his way, sir. You have to hold Bane off until he arrives.
Alright, and... You're gonna taste my venom. You called it? I called it! What are you talking about? I didn't believe in me way before. Wait a minute.
Through the house, not a creature was stirring. Not even a... Oh, well, a bat was stirring, but a few more blows to the head and he won't be anymore.
When I'm done with you, I'll be coming for you. Asshole loco.
I hit that button for the thing. I did the thing, Julie.
Your toys.
You must come through, Batman.
I could not even dodge that. Like, I pressed the button and I didn't dodge. Magneto or Red Tornado? Okay, that one is... That one's so obviously Magneto, it's not even funny. Magneto rips Red Tornado to shreds. And whether Tornado consents or not, like, it don't matter. Magneto is crushing him without his second thought. Ow! I am... Ow. Alright, stun, stun, stun. Beat, 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 beat. Take down. Alright. No, I'm trying to annoy you. It's like... I like Red Tornado so bad. No, I get it. I'm not taking it as annoyance. I'm waiting for one where I genuinely want Red Tornado to win. But to be honest, if I was the writer of these stories, I would not have him win more out of how I perceive the skill sets and abilities. I'm trying to dodge, but dodge. Alright. I'm probably gonna lose this one too.
You disappoint me.
Oh wait, did I just win? Dodge. Hi, Parker. Did I just win? Oh, motherfucker.
Prepare yourself. Accept your end. Rise to the challenge.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm not moving. Sorry if I don't look at chat a whole ton right now. Alright, we got a cutscene. Whew.
You just ran out of time. Now this is what I call a party.
Ah, Troy Baker's so underrated.
This rooftop's getting too hot. You got off easy.
Just where do you think you're going? Huh?
And of course, Batman has to say, you know, if Batman doesn't save him here, he didn't kill him, and it stops him.
Oh, back for more, eh?
But then we don't get Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, so chronologically he has to save him. Unless we roll with the 3 Jokers, you know, thing.
Now why would you do that? Newsflash, I'm the one who's trying to kill you. Those were 2 very, very bad men. Ooh, the things they've done.
I hear Delson Rowe from an Infamous Second Son right now.
They deserved death. Just like me. Freeze! Don't move, freak!
Star-Lord or RoboCop? I give it to Star-Lord. Wolverine, how's it going?
Take him down!
Let me guess. He got away.
Joker got away. Hey.
Take him to Black.
Or, I guess Batman got away. I'm not really watching. As you can see, I'm real all thanks to Deadpool. Yeah. I can see that. It does rhyme with Wolverine. Logan or Bourne? Logan. Bourne ain't doing anything with someone who can just eat a bullet.
You know, officer. I was wondering the same thing myself.
Welcome to Blackgate. We're gonna do a quick psychiatric evaluation.
I wonder where this is going.
Cops in this city. Always beating on the sick and defenseless.
Tell me something, dear. Have you ever had a really bad day?
Joker's most overrated villain ever. Scarecrow always be the true Batman villain.
You should know.
Joker is great for a reason, but other Batman villains do have their moments.
The pointy biting through thunderbolts, unwanted party crashers screaming through your synapses.
Scarecrow is one of my personal favorites.
Not at all friendly.
Oh, God.
You can't even escape into madness. And then you
Oh, wait, I'm playing as Joker?
who changes your life. And you feel that you don't even know who you are anymore.
Shit, I play as Joker?
Isn't it funny how one little encounter can cleave off little pieces of your past, deform your memories and persona until you rethink your whole identity? And as you realize how foolish it all is.
I like how they're exploding into piles of cards. That's cool. Thing is, another thing with Joker is that when he's done right, he's done right. But when he's done wrong, he's done wrong, man.
Sounds delightful.
Okay, now we're going into... All the characters are showing up.
Okay. One more.
Oh, we're doing the Red Hood bit. Okay.
For this one. Fate.
You want to know something funny? I used to think of fate as evil. Predetermined, not by some higher power, no, but by the rules of human nature. Tonight, that's all changed.
What's changed?
Have you ever had the feeling that your entire life has been building towards this one moment?
Is that how you feel?
Well, now, yes. Now I realize that all the battles, the bad days, the brutalities, it was all the hand of fate at work.
So now you see fate differently?
Absolutely. Now I understand there are no chance encounters. It was all meant to be. Every everything leading up to who I've met tonight.
So you met someone special?
Yes. And you might say it's changed everything.
Everything?
Absolutely. I mean, do you realize what a vile world we live in? How lonely it is to wade through all that wretched filth on your own?
It is kind of lonely, isn't it?
Of course, you understand. Even in a crowd of other screwballs, you're so alone that you can kick, crawl, yell, scream at the top of your lungs. No one cares. It's like you don't even exist. I feel...
Alright, where are they going? I know that like Joker's gonna fall into like his vat of
How
poison.
does that make you feel?
Yeah, I agree with Wolverine. Like,
Drift.
calm down,
Floating
girls. You're
like
both rich.
Someone's pulled the stopper on my reality, and I'm sucked down the drain into something new.
What just
It's all
happened?
very exciting, really. You wouldn't know what that feels like, I'm sure.
I might. Can you tell me more about how this person makes you feel?
It's like meeting someone I can actually relate to. Which, believe me, dear, I've never felt before. You understand. You're someone who's not afraid to let go and fall. Free falling, and I didn't pack a chute.
Alright, you want to fix that Martha scene? Replace the word Martha with mom. You're welcome.
Yes, I do.
I figured you would.
So, may I ask, who is this person?
Oh, someone very, very special. But whose real name I don't even know yet.
My name's Holleen. Holleen Quinzel.
What a
No shit.
name. Do your friends call you Holly?
I don't have a lot of friends.
Well, Holly, you got one now.
You know, I refuse to believe that his seduction of her happened that quickly. Leonidas was Star-Lord? Star-Lord. I trust Leonidas. Leonidas is crazy son of a bitch. Star-Lord can fly and has elemental guns. And all the fancy gadgets. I trust smarts and technology over brawn any day. Michael, don't tell Brian I said that. Can I move any faster? Oh, I wonder what we're gonna see. Oh no, it's not like we've seen this a million times. Are the pearls gonna go flying? XD promises.
The worst kind of criminal.
Mr. Incredible or Leonidas? I mean, Leonidas for hearts, but Mr. Incredible can crush him with one punch. Like, that one's pretty close. It's hard to not say Mr. Incredible, but Leonidas, I mean, that dude's a,
Why do you do
you know,
what you do?
tonight we dine in hell. Like, that is a,
Master Bruce. It might be a bit anticlimactic, but I hoped you might finally be ready to celebrate Christmas Eve, now that the Joker's behind bars.
Bane is still out there. I've got to locate the signal from the tracker I placed on him.
Even you must eat, sir.
fun fact, the guy who voices Batman in this video game voices Sonic the Hedgehog. Not in the movies, but in, like, the TV shows and games.
You know, I made a promise of my own to your parents.
Not now, Alfred.
I knew the game wasn't over yet because I have yet to fight Firefly.
Less than 400 pounds of muscle. Took 6 cops to gun that bastard down. I saw the body in the morgue. Couldn't believe it.
Sounds like this could be Bane or one of his men. If I hurry to the GCPD morgue, I can inspect the body and the autopsy report.
Well, before you leave, I've run some tests on the compound you found at the steel mill. Looks like a match for your globular projectile for non-lethal restraint.
You mean the glue grenade?
Indeed. The resin has finished curing. It's at your workbench.
The glue grenade. What is this? Codename Kids Next Door?
Of course, I'd recommend testing it here in the lab before you go, but I'm sure you won't listen to me. You never do.
Where's the workbench? Is this the workbench? Okay. But for those of you who are
So I take it you
just hopping into stream,
It's called field testing, Alfred.
I have a new idea for the channel that is going to come up. How's it going, Wade? And that is, alongside the superhero themeness of the channel, I'm also going to add an Avatar Last Airbender branch. So expect not all the content to change over to Avatar, but to have not only superhero stuff on the channel, but also expect Avatar stuff. I don't know why I haven't been doing that, but it's something that I feel like I can do just as good, if not even better, than superhero stuff. Because I know a fucking ton about Avatar, and I'm really on like an Avatar high right now. And so I've been like consuming a lot of the Avatar stuff. Like I have a Dawn of Yang Chen on audiobook. I've been listening to that most mornings. I've been looking to get a hold of all the rest of the comics. I have North and South on me right now. So Godzilla or Mangog? I mean, Mangog's immortal, right? Hard to beat that. Do I watch Avatar? Yeah. I have seen Avatar a lot of times. I can count at least 5 separate times that I've watched the entirety of just Avatar The Last Airbender in a single sitting within a 2-year span. And at least 2 or 3 of those instances, I also watched the entirety of The Legend of Korra. I am currently finishing up a what do they call it? Not a binge. A rewatch, that's it. I'm finishing a rewatch of Legend of Korra tomorrow with my mom. So, for those who don't know, I work from home, and on my lunch breaks, like all week, I've been watching season 4 of Legend of Korra with my mom. And so, tomorrow we're finishing up the series, and then I just restarted the original cartoon, and yeah. Have I seen King Kong 1933? I want to, but no, I have not seen it. And Kevin, both hella fanish, so chances are we've seen it. Yeah. Can't wait for the 3rd movie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that movie's going to be great. Where am I going? I'm going here. Okay.
Master Bruce, stop! Master Bruce. Bruce, I will not in good conscience allow you to go. You're outmatched by these assassins.
What?
You're not some hardened vigilante. You're a young man with a trust fund and too much anger. You're in over your head, and I don't want this to be your end.
Alfred, who do you see when you look at me? The boy whose shoes you used to tie every morning? The teenager you drove to his first date? While you are here every night, I am out there. The only thing between the innocent and the predator.
Be.
No, not maybe. I am. When the mugger or the thief stops to think twice, that is fear. That is what I am. That is why they hired assassins, because I am the reason the criminals breathe easier when the sun rises. So no, Alfred, I am not in over my head. Tonight will be my end, but it will be theirs.
The writers had a field day with that line. Oh, that was nice. That was cool. I like that. Seriously, why was this game hated? Because it wasn't Arkham City?
Can't just waltz into the GCPD after everything that's happened there tonight.
I know I can't do that. I'll have to find a way in that'll avoid detection.
Indeed. Look, I'm sorry about what I said before you left. I hope you understand. It's just because...
It's okay. I understand.
Damn it. Haha, you missed. This is how I pressed Y, thinking it was going to be triangle, and because I was expecting to be like Spider-Man, where I'd web zip to him. To tell you guys the truth, I don't want Deadpool 3 to save the MCU, I just want it to be a good movie. I'm with you on that one. At this point, I don't care about next chapters of franchises and cinematic universes. Just make movies good. That's it. At the end of the day, you're not looking for the next update to your favorite franchise. You're looking for a good 2 hours at the movie theater to watch, you know, to watch something you enjoy. That's at the end of the day what you're really doing. And when Marvel there for those 2 years or so, 2.5 years, were just focused on...
Now, to see what's under that mask.
Is that Lockup? But anyway, for like those 2.5 years where all Marvel cared about was just getting the next chapter out, it wasn't good. Most Marvel only gloat for Deadpool 3 to save the MCU. Most Marvel only gloat for Deadpool 3 to save the MCU. I mean, I don't think it's the Deadpool 3 that's going to save the MCU. I think Deadpool 3 is going to be great and be great for the MCU. What is going to save it is the writers understanding that they need to take a year off to revamp their stories and make things better. Marvel fans, okay. It's not, I guess, yeah, it's not going to be Deadpool 3. It's going to be the break that's going to save them. No. No bat. I don't know what you're talking about. Knock some heads together. I also talk about how people want to hate Marvel for stupid reasons. I mean, why do people hate Twilight if they never watched it? People hate Marvel and they never watched it.
We lost it. That won't do.
I know people who hate Marvel just because they don't like superhero movies. Everyone has their own opinion. They don't have to like it. And you know what? We don't have to dislike them for disliking Marvel. Most Marvel fans are toxic, and plus they didn't even watch the movie. I mean, here's the thing, guys. at the end of the day, you don't have to dislike somebody because they dislike something that you enjoy or that's something that you're passionate about. For God's sakes, I'm wearing a fucking Eternals t-shirt because I enjoy the Eternals. I even like the movie. I read the comics. I know them. Do I know Corvus Glaive? Yes, I know who Corvus Glaive is. So, in general, just because because somebody dislikes something doesn't mean that we don't have to like them or we have to hate them. Because I dislike romantic vampires, they're supposed to be cold-blooded killers, literally. Fair enough. But to a lot of people, they really enjoyed it. Love Batman vs. Superman? I do too. There's very few DCEU movies I actually didn't like. Very few. I like Legend of Korra. I know a lot of Avatar fans hate The Legend of Korra because they put Avatar on this pedestal of how great of a show it is. As do I. Though you can still enjoy something else. You can have an all-time favorite and still enjoy something else. It's like one tiny retcon happens and everything is ruined. You know? I get people keep bullying other people just for liking the movie they didn't like. Love Batman vs. Superman 2. Here, I'm going to blow all your guys' minds. Ready? I like Green Lantern. I like Green Lantern. I like that movie. The 2011 Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie. I like it. I liked... Oh, I even made a video on this. I made a video on the bad superhero movies that I actually like. X-Men Origins Wolverine and Green Lantern are the two that I talked about. But, like, I'm wearing a fucking Eternals t-shirt. Even like Wonder Woman 2 and Green Lantern. I loved Wonder Woman 2. I really like that one. Like, Pedro Pascal, like, everyone loves Pedro Pascal. Even him aside, I really liked the movie. I bully Kevin just because I can. He headlocks me for it. Yeah. Again, for those who don't know, Poseidon's my cousin. Batman vs. Superman is great because I always wanted to see them fight in the big screen. At the end of the day, it's like a monster movie. What is it? Godzilla vs. Kong got bashed at the box office by critics because they thought it was too shallow. People want to go watch a big monster fight another monster. And they get that. You know, that's where I'm at with a lot of things. But don't I have, like, other... Give me a second here. Oh, yeah. Like, one of the few movies I physically own is Green Lantern. One of the few movies I physically own. And I own Green Lantern. Done hiding false opinions. It's one reason why I made my channel. Like, part of it was because I talked way too much about superheroes in my own opinion to a lot of my friends, and I could almost feel their annoyance of like, oh, here he goes again talking about superheroes. And what do? I make a YouTube channel where literally I'm expected to talk only about superheroes, and as I'm going to add Avatar. I own the Green Lantern DVD as well. Very nice. Only DC movie you didn't like was Man of Steel. I personally really like Man of Steel, but I do know why a lot of people didn't. I get it. I just enjoy it. The only DCU movies I hated were theatrical cut of Justice League. I hated about 3/4 of Birds of Prey. The first quarter of Birds of Prey was actually really fun. And there's a few parts later in the movie, like the forensic, the warehouse kind of fight scene in the police station. The police station fight scene, that was pretty fun. But the rest of it was kind of boring. Ewan McGregor was phenomenal as Black Mask. I gave all that in my DCU thoughts video. But Birds of Prey was pretty bad. And I'm forgetting one more movie. Oh, Justice League was horrible. Oh, Justice League sucked. Justice League sucked. The theatrical cut. Justice League was horrible. Snyder Cut's so much better. And I'm not a big fan of the Snyder Vision. That's another video coming up, by the way, is like my thoughts on what the original Snyder Vision was going to be. I just want to make sure I do my research properly before I make that video to make sure I get all of my points correct. Glad I can finally admit to my unpopular opinions. I see why people love Man of Steel. I mean, yeah. See, what I think about Man of Steel is great is because Cal has never had to go all out and he isn't used to being how much power he is. Yeah, exactly. That's one of the things, like, when it came to, like, a lot of people bash the climax of the Zod Superman fight in Man of Steel because Superman, like, lets all these explosions happen. You gotta admit, this is, like, his first real fight. And just because he has one fight doesn't instantly make him Superman. Like, he has to get this over time. And you see that in later Justice League, and what you later see in what would have been later in the DCEU. That would have happened. Snyder's Justice League is favorite DC movie next to Dark Knight. I'm the other way. I'm Dark Knight, then Snyder's Justice League. I'm the other way. Dark Knight will never be topped for me. I don't think it ever will. If it does, that's a phenomenal problem. It's not even a problem. It's a phenomenal circumstance if I watch a superhero movie that tops The Dark Knight to me. Definitely like Man of Steel a lot because of Batman vs. Superman. That's a unique take. That is a unique take. One thing I loved about Batman vs. Superman adding to Man of Steel is the beginning of Batman vs. Superman, where Bruce Wayne is in Metropolis when all that stuff is happening. That was awesome. When I first watched that, because I watched Batman vs. Superman in theaters, like Tuesday night. Like I got to go. I think it was a screening for Batman vs. Superman. I went to go see it with my parents and my buddy Curtis. Us four went to go see Batman vs. Superman, and Curtis, he might have seen a Spider-Man movie before, but he wasn't really super big in the superhero stuff. He was like, hey, you want to go see Batman vs. Superman? I got, advanced tickets to see it like on the Tuesday before it came out or something like that. Like it came out like that Thursday night, Friday. I saw it the Tuesday, and I really liked it. And then he was like, he enjoyed it. He's like, it's fun. And I'll even say this. You ready for this? Martin Scorsese isn't wrong. He isn't. I love when super movies deal with consequences like Civil War, BVS, and The Incredibles. Yes. Those are awesome. Batman vs. Superman is great, but I can't say it's better than Civil War. No, I'm with you on that one. Civil War is better than Batman vs. Superman, but Civil War isn't better than Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier's top 10 superhero movie. Like, I was watching, like, I'd watched the MCU with my roommate, like, the entire MCU in a matter of just, like, 3 days. And, with that, watching the MCU in, like, 3 days, we were talking about, like, he was a big Civil War fan. He loved Captain America Civil War. He's, like, top 10, like, we literally, like, and if you were to go back, like, early in my channel and find the old, like, talking nerd VODs here, actually, give me a second. I'm going to take a break from YouTube, or take a break from Batman for just a quick second. I want to pull something up. I want to show you guys something. Oh, sorry. There I am. Wrong button. Pull this up. Go into my channel. If you were to go to my channel, I don't want you to see my For You page because I don't want you to see my For You page. Although I'm on the internet, I do like to have an element of my privacy. So, I know, shocker, right? Here. There is my channel, the earliest parts of my channel. You have this video here that I had made about DC Universe Online, one of my favorite games. Top 3 super movies, Spider-Verse, Into Spider-Verse, Superman, and Winter Soldier. Those three, those are phenomenal. Those Superman movies, like, not super high in my list. I don't consider Foundation's peaks. I'm somebody who respects a foundation because because everything's built up from there. But a foundation is rarely a peak. So I love Superman the movie. I love what it's done. I think it's the most important superhero movie ever made. I don't enjoy it like I do other movies. My all-time ranking includes rewatchability and enjoyability. So although I respect Superman the movie and I love it, and it's probably still the best interpretation of the characters, it's still not my all-time favorite. I honestly think Margot Kidder's Lois Lane is quite annoying. But that's besides the point. So you have this like DCU video, you have like my Kronk stuff, some of my Kronk stuff, but spattered here, I have like 4 of these, what are called Talking Nerd. This is old stuff. This is coming up on 4 years old, and this is me and my then roommate, and we're just talking about nerdy stuff. This is the roommate I'm talking about when it comes to like, we watched Avatar like in one, like all of Avatar in one sitting, all of Korra in one sitting. We watched all of Avatar and all of Korra in a single sitting, while drinking in between. like one of my closest, like genuinely one of my closest friends, and we ranked all the MCU up to that point, which the newest thing was Far From Home. So like none of the shows had come out yet. Only issues with MCU is Disneyification. Sometimes felt like a bunch of Disney movies with superheroes in it. Tell you something, I enjoyed Age of Ultron more than the Avengers. Age of Ultron's getting a resurgence. It has. I've noticed it. I've always enjoyed Age of Ultron. I always thought it was better than the first one myself. Though there's something special about that first Avengers movie. I don't know what I'd rank higher than the other. I really need to re-rank my movies. But, like, this was some fun stuff. Also, that's the same Star Wars poster back here as it is in these thumbnails, this little poster. 19 right now. When I was younger, like 8, me and my dad went to see Christopher Reeve Superman movies while eating and drinking root beer floats. Oh, that would do it. That would do it. That's how I kind of am with Attack of the Clones. My Attack of the Clones was like my dad's favorite of the prequels. I don't know why, but he really liked Attack of the Clones. And so, I just really enjoyed watching that one as a kid. It's still not my favorite, but I have a soft spot for Attack of the Clones, but just because I watched it with my dad when I was a kid. Alright. Age of Ultron's so good. It's the first Marvel movie in the theaters. Really? First Marvel movie? I think mine was genuinely probably Spider-Man 1. Granted, I'm 25, so I was 4 when that came out. You're 15 right now. I always enjoyed the MCU because of how leading up to Infinity War and Endgame looks back and always felt strange. Yeah. Like, you guys, like, were born right when it was coming out. Like, you guys probably don't remember a time before the MCU. Like, again, I'm 25. Like, I remember seeing Iron Man in theaters and hearing the song Iron Man in the credits as me and my folks were walking out of the theater, because we didn't stay for the end credits when we first saw Iron Man. We didn't stick around because that wasn't a thing back then. So we didn't stick around to watch the end credits scene where it's like you're about to enter a larger universe. We didn't watch that our first time. So when we heard about that, you bet your ass we went back to the theater and we watched Iron Man again. Because it was just a great movie, we're going to do it anyway. But we actually stuck through the credits and were surprised with that Nick Fury, Sam Jackson showing up. Oh my god. Like, that was phenomenal. Avengers Endgame was the first and only Marvel movie I saw in the theaters. And I was only a kid at the time. You're still a kid. How old do you say you are? You're 15? So, you're 15 in 2024. 2009? You're 10 years old? You're as old watching Endgame as I was watching Iron Man 1. Wow. Puts things into perspective right there. Holy cow. I was a junior in college watching Endgame. Remember watching Avengers Age of Ultron in the movies? I remember wearing an Iron Man mask. Okay, that's cool. I remember my buddy Sam going to the theater. And with Sam, he went in, and with Age of Ultron came out, we were 16, 17. And so he is the biggest speedster, lantern, like his favorite characters are the speedsters, like Flash or Quicksilver. Like he just loves super speed, and he loves the Lantern Corps. He's also like a Gambit fan and all these other like X-Men characters. But if there's two things he loves, it's speedsters and lanterns. So when he found out Quicksilver was going to be in Age of Ultron, it's going to be played by the same guy who was Kick-Ass, he was all out. Like, he was so hyped. As he's walking into the theater, there's a kid. I think he described it like as like an 8-year-old who was walking out, and the kid was talking to his parent, and as they're passing each other, walking out of the theater, walking into the theater, Sam walking in, kid walking out, the kid says, "I can't believe they killed Quicksilver." My friend was so angry, he damn near left the theater because the movie was spoiled as he was walking into the screen. Like, how pissed would you be that the character you've been looking forward to for so long, you find out is going to make an appearance, and you have avoided spoilers, you're about to go in like day of, and spoiled as you walk into the theater. Guys, what if Iron Man fought the real Mandarin, like Wenwu? Ooh, that'd be a good what if, actually. Watched all Avengers movies and the movies except for the first one. I think the first MCU movie I did not watch in theaters. I don't think I saw Guardians 1. I want to say I watched that for the first time at home, because I didn't know it had come out. I'd never heard of it. Like, I genuinely didn't know there was another Marvel movie. Like, I remember watching Iron Man 3, I remember watching Thor: The Dark World, I remember watching Winter Soldier, and then nothing until, like, Age of Ultron. And, like, oh, there was another Marvel movie. I'm like, which one? Like, Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like, what the hell is the Guardians of the Galaxy? Again, I didn't read the comics as a kid. I didn't get into reading the comics until I was about 16, 17, which would have been shortly after Guardians 1 came out. And so that's when I got my first comic book, which was DC Rebirth, like, issue 0. So, like, guy at the local comic book shop gave it to me for free to help me get into comic books, and read it a few times. And I got a couple comics now. I got a few issues of stuff. Seeing Daredevil and Punisher arguing is like Iron Man and Captain America arguing. Oh, like in the Daredevil show. Daredevil's show, best superhero show, period, in my personal opinion. Remind you again how Quicksilver died? He became a human meat shield to protect Hawkeye in a refugee in Sokovia by catching all of the bullets with his body to, again, save Hawkeye and save a young child that Hawkeye went out to save. So basically, Hawkeye and like Black Widow and a lot of the non-superpowered, non-supersuit Avengers brought all those refugees onto the helicarrier, and then Hawkeye notices that there's a kid stuck in like a crate, or there's a kid stuck somewhere. So he runs back to save the kid. As he does that, a bunch of Ultron's bots show up to stop Hawkeye and kill him. And Quicksilver comes in and stops all the bullets and takes out the drones, but not before he gets turned into Swiss cheese. That's what happens to Quicksilver in the MCU. And then he makes like a half appearance later on that was so not worth it by Evan Peters in WandaVision. It was so shittily done. Ralph Boner. So dumb. They could have done something so cool with the multiverse, but no, they decided to make a boner joke. Mr. Comet, I was just getting back to that. All Netflix shows are canon in the MCU. Yeah, they are. And yeah, Daredevil is amazing, Puggleshroom. Yeah, also all of those did become canon to the MCU. I forgot that they added those to the timeline. I'm so happy they did that though, because it was always like, are they or aren't they in the MCU? I'm like, they are, but they don't impact the movies, but the movies impact them. But it's like, is there ever anything that, you know, it was a huge mess, and whether they were or not. Though I wish they confirmed that agent. If they confirmed that agent, forgive me, but I don't understand. Oh, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is canon. Oh, did they take that out? Is that no longer canon? Arthur Morgan or Indiana Jones? I'm not a big Red Dead fan, so I can't answer that exactly, but my initial instinct is Indiana Jones. My computer is slowing down for whatever reason. Alright, I just gotta take out, like, the quantity here. I gotta kind of focus here, so I might not be super attentive to chat right now. I see, Pool, that you said something. I am gonna read that when I get a second away from this fight. Ow. Just trying to take out the quantity of the cops here. Ow. Okay. I'll get to that in just a second. Just want to make sure I properly win this fight. Okay. What if I tell you that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. got stranded to a universe where Thanos failed in Infinity War? Really? Is that what happens? Like, they used, like, a low-key, like, it's a different timeline where Thanos failed Infinity War, and that's where it's sitting right now? So it's like its own what if. What if Thanos failed? Do I talk to you? Was that even where we were supposed to go? Oh, wait. Scan the corpse in the morgue.
Maybe the glue grenade can stop the steam here.
Ugh. Alright. Is that what I'm supposed to do? If Paramount owned Marvel, the MCU would have been darker. Andrew Garfield would have been the MCU Spider-Man. Just if straight up swap Disney for Paramount. I mean, it's hard to say with domino / butterfly effect things like that, because there would likely be different castings, and if there was different castings, then there would have been different people working on characters, which means things would have developed differently. And I mean, if you have a straight line going like this, and you have the same origin, but it's slightly off, you're suddenly going to have this with different trajectories. And the further you go away from it, is the further that it's going to be different. So it's hard to say, like, it would just be a swap of Tom Holland for Andrew Garfield, and including the Amazing Spider-Man movies as canon to the MCU. That would be very drastic, because, like, the New York City you see in the Amazing Spider-Man movies is, I feel like it's very different than the New York you see in the Avenger movies. You gotta go. It was a pleasure chatting with you. Well, I'm glad you got to stick around. Glad we got to talk Puggle. I hope you have a great night. And yeah, love to see you in the future. And yeah, I'll be sure to check out Puggle's stuff. He does stop motion. I mean, just compare Iron Man to the Avengers and you can see the difference. Exactly. Phase 1 of Marvel, of the MCU, is so good. Like, Thor 1, arguably the best Thor movie. I said it. Thor 1. Ragnarok is great. Ragnarok is still probably my personal favorite, but in terms of the best Thor movie, Thor 1. Hands down. Thor 1 is the best Thor movie. Thor Ragnarok is the most fun and most rewatchable one. But Thor 1, can't beat it. The only thing is like, Thor speaks too much like a Shakespearean actor. Doth mother know you weareth her drapes? You know, he's a little Shakespearean in that one. And I do enjoy the more like straight talking he was like in Ragnarok. Finally, someone says Thor 1 is better than Ragnarok. Ragnarok is great. Ragnarok is great, but because it is, you know, the best way I could describe Ragnarok. Oh, that's not. Yeah, that's not correct. There we go. Mortality isn't right. All right, there we go. Just remember that giant big black robot from the first Thor movie? You mean the Destroyer? Because what makes Thor Ragnarok great is its jokes. What makes it a bad Thor movie is its jokes. Then, like, Thor Ragnarok, can't even tell if that's a movie about a god, Ragnarok, or magic. Yeah. I mean, what made Thor Ragnarok a bad Thor movie makes Love and Thunder a bad movie. And Love and Thunder was a disservice to Christian Bale. And Chris Hemsworth. And every actor in that. Because, like, Valkyrie was still great in Ragnarok. And Tessa Thompson's Valkyrie is pretty damn good. But, like, Love and Thunder is a disgrace. It's a stain on the MCU. And the worst is that Taika Waititi didn't care. Like, it's one thing if, like, Taika Waititi came out and said, like, I was really swinging for the fences with this one. I, you know, I'm seeing where people are disliking it. The movie is existing. I can't go back and change, you know, things, obviously, because the movie's out. I would have changed these things if I could go back. I hope you all can enjoy the movie for what it is. You know, it's one thing if Taika Waititi would have said something like that, but when he just goes off and just says that he just flat out didn't care, that's what I hated. Right? Didn't he say that? I didn't watch Secret Invasion. You guys hear that? Thor 4 should have been Dark, and Secret Invasion should have been an Avengers movie. Okay, I didn't watch Secret Invasion. Full disclosure, I haven't seen it. I didn't watch it. And it's not for lack of interest. I still want to watch it as much now as I did before it came out. I just haven't done it. I haven't even seen Echo yet. I've heard that was pretty good. I'm not going to lie, I still want to see Madam Web unironically. I unironically want to watch Madam Web. When did Thanos get the gauntlet, Kevin? In the MCU? Thanos. Oh, I didn't see. I see you said that earlier. Sorry, I missed that. Thanos would have gotten the gauntlet before the events of Thor Ragnarok, so it's likely Thanos was getting the gauntlet anytime between the events of. Well, technically he had it at the end of Age of Ultron. Because that's where he has, like, the, fine, I'll do it myself. But from the way it sounds is that that was likely retconned. Because, well, let's see here. Let's look at the timeline. Let's actually see if we can figure this out. Yeah, that's what I heard about Echo, is that it was fun but unneeded. So, when Infinity War, Thor is talking to the Guardians. And he's explaining, he's catching them up to speed. He's like, Thanos already has 2 of the stones. He got this Power Stone when he got the Space Stone from me when he decimated my ship and killed half my people, and he got the Power Stone when he decimated Xandar. This then pans to the Guardians, who are shocked to hear this, because that's where we learned about Xandar for us, the audience, is through the Guardians. So naturally, the directors want to show us the Guardians' reaction. So we know that Xandar is decimated after the Guardians movie, which we only see Xandar in Guardians 1, which takes place in 2014, which means that Xandar is decimated anytime after that. Assuming that Age of Ultron happens in the year that it was released, that happens in 2015. At the end of the 2015 Age of Ultron, you get the post-credit scene where Thanos puts on the gauntlet in that little war room, and he says, fine, I'll do it myself. And, has that whole little bit. And then it's then assumed that at that point he would have gone to Nidavellir and killed all of the giants, enslaved Itiri, Dinklage's character, to create the gauntlet. Before then. And it was made at some point before that event, so that way it was sitting in this, canister of sorts, is sitting in this case. At that point is when he gathers his armies, invades and decimates Xandar, gets the Power Stone, and then that's around the time the events of Thor Ragnarok happen, and then we move into Thanos wiping out Thor's ship just before the events of Infinity War start, and then he takes the Power Stone, or takes the Space Stone, and then we have the events of Infinity War. So, to answer your question, if in the MCU, when did Thanos get the gauntlet? It was likely sometime around 2014 or through 2016. And the reason I say up to 16 is it's possible that Age of Ultron is a slightly futuristic movie in the sense that it's like 1 year ahead, and that might take place in 2016. I don't know. We got to kind of think about it that way. I want to share the most disliked non-favorite Marvel movies. Fan Four Stick, yeah, that's probably the worst super movie ever made. Thor: Love and Thunder, that's pretty bad. Dark World is slept on. Dark World's good, it's just forgettable. Venom 2, I enjoy Venom 2. Madam Web, haven't seen it. I unironically want to. And Morbius. Morbius wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. I actually enjoyed Morbius. I can unironically enjoy Morbius. Psych! I'm back, thought I had to go somewhere and plans got canceled. That's low-key the best feeling. Well, we're happy to have you. Why is there no Amazing Spider-Man 3? Ooh. Are we gonna... Let's go into our superhero movie history here. So, first of all, Amazing Spider-Man movies exist because Sony has to essentially be making Spider-Man movies to keep the Spider-Man IP, or intellectual property. And so they created, when Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 4, which was set to release in 2011, wasn't going to be made, they had to pivot and keep making Spider-Man movies to essentially keep the IP. So they pivot and create the Amazing Spider-Man 1. That's what they do. And they recasted it, they made it all its own thing, and they get Amazing Spider-Man 1, and it was really good. Amazing Spider-Man 3 was canceled for 2 reasons. Spider-Man was in the MCU and Andrew Garfield was fired. For the most part, yeah. It's an extreme oversimplification, but you're right. So that's why we got Amazing Spider-Man 1. Amazing Spider-Man 1 was solid. Sony got way in over its head. And then Amazing Spider-Man 2 comes around, and they essentially have it be a setup movie for another setup movie that was going to create an entire Spider-Man cinematic universe, which can be done well as long as it's done well. After the flop of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, after the flop of that movie, which that movie is still slept on, by the way, Kevin Feige and people at the MCU were, I'll say it as lobbying or talking with Sony to get Spidey into the MCU at some point. And, what's her name? Amy Pascal. Amy Pascal was arguing with Feige, and the story goes that Pascal throws her sandwich at Feige, which is referenced in No Way Home when Zendaya throws the bread at Andrew Garfield. That's why she throws bread at him, is to reference that real thing that happened. And so, to quickly answer why Andrew Garfield appears in No Way Home, it was to honor and to give closure to the Amazing Spider-Man story. That's why he was included. So it was simultaneous, well done fan service. Fan service is not a bad thing. When it's done well, it is done well, and No Way Home did it perfectly. You know, the fact that they did it and you still see it as a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie speaks volumes. What would you like to see in Spider-Man 4, another multiverse movie or grounded story? Grounded story, 100%. Sony shouldn't be doing anything with the MCU Spidey. It should be Marvel. The only thing Sony did right was cast Tom Holland. If Sony stops making supervillains movies, they could make a fantastic Agent Venom movie, so we'd have a good guy and that way Sony can make the Sinister Six fight Agent Venom. That is a reach. I will be perfectly honest. I think that's a bit of a reach. It's hard to say the Sinister Six just fighting Venom. Is there going to be a Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland? Yes. The question is what it's going to be about. Sony wants to make the movie another multiverse, bringing back Garfield and Maguire, but Marvel wants to make it grounded and have it be like with Daredevil and Moon Knight. So Marvel, in my opinion, Disney, Marvel Studios is in the right. I think they have the better vision. Sony just wants money. That's it. Sony wants money. And Sony wants to capitalize on their past Spider-Man projects instead of making new stuff. Sony should have made Spider-Man 2099 movie, Agent Venom, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man Noir. They are making a Spider-Man Noir movie, and it is going to have Nick Cage. And Spider-Man 2099, we still have that in the Spider-Verse movies. I want a grounded Spider-Man movie. It's funny how everyone wants the fantastical Batman, but the grounded Spider-Man. That's just an observation I've had. But yeah, we are going to get a Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland. It's just a question of when and how. Not if and when. And it's not an if, it's a when. And it's a big how. If you had my choice... Let's see here. Where is Spidey at the end of No Way Home? He's 100% alone. What's this Avengers Secret War movie going to be about? It's going to be like the story of Secret Wars, which I'll be perfectly honest, I don't know the most about. I'm not a huge Marvel comic collector, so I do not have Secret Wars in comic. So I personally don't know a ton about the story of Secret Wars, so you're going to have to ask somebody else in chat because I'm not going to be able to give you a good enough answer. So someone in chat, could we help out Nick? Because I'm not going to be able to give a good enough answer because I'm more of a DC comic fan, so I don't know a ton about Marvel's comics. Secret Wars is this multiverse movie with other Marvel heroes from different studios appearing. Like, that's what I've heard, is that we're going to bring back like everybody from the 2000s Marvel era. Another Avengers versus X-Men story. Okay. Based on Secret Wars comic, 84 in 2015. You see, I never read the Secret Wars comics. I'm not the biggest Marvel comics fan. Like, I love Daredevil Born Again. I just finished reading that like a couple weeks ago. That was really good. I got I'm just looking up in my comic collection. I've got Civil War. I got Doctor Strange's The Oath. That's phenomenal. I have Neil Gaiman's Volume 1 of The Eternals. Why is Logan in Deadpool 3 if he died? Likely either multiverse or, according to Ryan Reynolds, they're not touching the events of Logan. Like, the events of Logan are still going to happen in the canon of the Fox's X-Men timeline. So my guess is either they're going to use Hugh Jackman as a Wolverine variant, or they're going to pull Wolverine from a different point in time and create this alternate timeline, because that's how time travel works in the MCU. When you go back in time, you create an alternate timeline, which means the events of Logan would still happen, but we'd have a different version of this, a new version of the same Logan for Deadpool 3. That's likely one of the two options. It's either a variant or going back in time, Deadpool going back in time to grab that version of Wolverine before he goes on and becomes the Logan we see in Logan. And this creates the alternate timeline where you still have the events of Logan, but you have this new version of the same Logan. There's probably going to be some, as I like to put it, comic book bullshit. All we have to know is that for the teaser, when Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman announced that they were going to do Deadpool 3 like a year ago, is that they said in that video, the events of Logan, they're not touching the Logan. Logan is its own thing. Like, that, they're not changing Logan. So don't worry about Deadpool 3 fucking up Logan. Trust Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. Those two guys, the writer, Sean Levy, the director, they know what they're doing. Right? Isn't Sean Levy directing Deadpool 3? Missed the other comics? Missed the other comments? About, Avengers 5 should be an Avengers vs. X-Men movie that's going to set up Secret Wars. Like, the Fox X-Men characters fight the MCU characters. That would probably be really cool, actually. But only if they actually brought back all the actors. Like, I know they're bringing back Pyro. I honestly didn't see that one. Sorry. If I miss a comment, it's because I'm probably on a tangent. And I just didn't see it pop up. Alright, where am I going? I gotta remember, I'm also playing a video game. Sean Levy is the director of Deadpool 3. Okay. I just watched The Adam Project, and that was actually a really good movie. That was the movie I just watched today. Okay. Probably recast some of them. Nope, they would. I'm expecting recasts if they bring back old versions of the same character. But as long as they bring back, like, most of them, I'll be happy. Like, I'd say the only ones I'd ask they wouldn't recast are probably James Marsden's Cyclops, Famke Janssen's Jean Grey, and Halle Berry Storm. That's really it. Anybody else they can recast. Like, I'd be fine with recast. Like, I know they brought back Kelsey Grammer's Beast because he was in the post-credit scene of The Marvels. Now, here's the question. What is Avengers 5 going to be about if it's no longer Kang? Because that's now going to be an entire storyline that they're scrapping, it sounds like. Like, it's no longer going to be Kang. Because they're not going to recast Jonathan Majors, despite firing him. So it means Kang is done. Which is a shame, because Kang was really cool. And I really liked how Jonathan Majors was playing him. And then we get all that drama. If I made the MCU, my phase 1 would be Spider-Man, X-Men, Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Fantastic Four, Captain America, The First Avenger, X-Men 2, The Avengers, Spider-Man 2. That's a large phase 1 there. But that's a lot of great movies. Like, are you talking like if like you had like all the movies that we have right now, like you'd have Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, X-Men from 2000, Iron Man, Ed Norton Hulk, the Chris Evans Fantastic Four, Captain America the First Avenger, X-Men 2 United, the Avengers, and Spider-Man 2, like Doc Ock Spider-Man 2. Like, is that where you're going with this? In terms of like combining the multiverse into one singular universe? Where am I supposed to be going? I'll be honest, I have no idea where I'm going. Why did I not see a sequel to Incredible Hulk in 2008? Because Universal owns the movie rights, and with the recasting of Ed Norton, they decided to just downgrade Hulk to a side character for Avenger movies. So, that's what happened. That's why we never got a Hulk sequel. Plus, I don't think Hulk 1 was ever wildly accepted just because they changed the idea of him being angry to him just getting a heart rate over 200. Actually, I'll be putting Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, a different X-Men lineup with Fantastic Four, but different actors because Chris Evans would still play Captain America. Okay. That makes sense. You did say Andrew Garfield, not Maguire. Okay. Ed Norton will stay as the Hulk, and he would get a sequel in Phase 3, which is about Planet Hulk. Okay, so we get a Planet Hulk before we get like a Ragnarok, Sakaar kind of story. I'm assuming. Red Hulk is about to be in a movie, isn't he? Yes, he is. Captain America: New World Order. What's Planet Hulk? Essentially Thor Ragnarok, but without Thor. Which is admittedly an extreme oversimplification. But is him on Sakaar, you know, in the arena fighting people. That's, like, think of what would have happened to Hulk in between the events of Avengers Age of Ultron and Thor Ragnarok on Sakaar. That's Planet Hulk. From what I know of Planet Hulk, that's what it is. Alright, which way am I supposed to go? Planet Hulk will replace Ragnarok because I'm not putting Ant-Man in a Thor movie. Putting Ant-Man... Oh, you're not making Ant-Man or that Thor movie? Okay. Or a Thor movie. No Thor. Interesting. It's an interesting take, not having a Thor. Excuse me. Fantastic Four would be Guardians. Oh, give me a second here. Fantastic Four would be like Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man and the Wasp in my MCU because I'm not going to put Guardians in. Really? Okay. You see, I can't really do... I don't feel like I can really do like a... how I would remake the MCU kind of video. Like I did the DCEU, just because I don't know as much about Marvel as I do DC. At the end of Age of Ultron, we see Hulk on a plane and he goes to a place on Thor Ragnarok. Yes, so that's where Planet Hulk takes place, is on Sakaar. They adapted the Planet Hulk storyline to fit a Thor movie, is essentially what they did for Ragnarok. Thor would debut in the Avengers. Okay. Yeah, Nick, when Planet Hulk is its own story, and it takes place on Sakaar, where Hulk is a combatant and a contestant. So that's the events of what happens to Hulk just before Thor Ragnarok, in between Age of Ultron and Ragnarok. So we could genuinely get a Planet Hulk movie, have it just be a prequel, and have it take place between the events of Age of Ultron and Ragnarok, and it would be just fine. We wouldn't have any Bruce Banner. It would purely be Hulk, which would be interesting. Because remember, last time Banner was Banner before Ragnarok was when Black Widow threw him down that giant vat or whatever that was, that hole. Phase 5 would have World War Hulk as the final Hulk movie. You see, I'll be honest, I don't know I don't know a lot about the Hulk, so I don't know World War Hulk.
The autopsy report can tell me more.
I feel like I should, but I don't, because I'm not the biggest Hulk fan. Where am I supposed to go?
I shouldn't leave here without checking the autopsy report.
All right, where is it? All right. Not only is Red Hulk and Captain America Brave World Order, New World Order. Brave New World, New World Order. I can't remember what it is. But he's also in the Thunderbolts movie. Yes. And it's Harrison Ford now. Harrison Ford will officially be in the MCU as the new Thaddeus Ross Red Hulk, just because William Hurt died. World War Hulk is probably a Hulk versus Avengers movie. Okay.
Prolonged use could seriously compromise the user's memory. There's Bane's tracker.
All right. Brave World Order. I was gonna say, is it Brave New World or New World Order? Brave New World. That was Wasn't Brave New World isn't that the Aldous Huxley science fiction classic? They're all those people take drugs because it's the best feeling in the world. They're all just high all the time. I had to read that in high school. I shouldn't say that. I got to read that in high school because I really liked that book. Where the hell do I go?
Fighting over what appear to be chemical weapons. Requesting any available officers locate and secure the scene.
Chemical weapons. I should investigate.
Huh. Oh shit, that's water. Whoops. Wait, did I just... Okay. Is this where I leave? I'm also going to put a Wolverine movie in my MCU. Okay. I see where you're going with this. Is this where I leave? You see, I just don't like this. This isn't where I want to go, is it? No, this can't be where I want to go. I want to leave. Just get me outside. That's all I want.
I should hurry to Bane's location before
there we go.
The signal again.
And you know what? I'd love to go to 2.5 hours, but I have work in the morning. for me, it's like 10:30 at night, so I can stay up a little bit and chat with you guys. I don't want to start another mission just because I don't want to commit to a whole like news story. So I'd stay up and chat for a few more minutes, guys. But all in all, I'm probably gonna wrap it up here in the next handful, like next 10 minutes or so. In Thor Ragnarok, who gave Hulk the gladiator armor that he had in the movie? Probably the Grandmaster. Probably had that made for him. You guys, Edward Norton is your favorite movie version of the Hulk, but Fred Tatasciore, I don't know how to say that, is your favorite on-screen Hulk? Was he the like on-screen banner? Because it was Lou Ferrigno in the original. When am I going live again? No, I don't know. This is a lot more fun than I remembered, even though it's only been hasn't been too long. Because, like I said, I have a full-time job, and I have a side hustle, and I have a personal life that I keep up with. So, I don't know, but I'll try to get on here relatively soon. Have an idea for a video and want to run by me? Yeah, just message me on Facebook. Or just, you know how to get a hold of me. Just text me it. He is the voice of Hulk, Marvel projects like okay. Yeah, Michael, just text me that idea. But yeah, expect Avatar content in the future on the channel. That's one thing I'm going to tell you guys just as a reminder, is that Avatar stuff will likely be coming, just because I think that'll just be really fun. So, superhero stuff will still be coming out. I probably won't live stream a ChatGPT live stream until after the Phase 1 long-form video is published, which I just finished recording the vast majority of the stuff this morning. I want to work on the edit, and then if there's anything else I want to add, I'll add it. You guys probably seen your creation, Wolverine. We have. We have indeed. Let me go ahead and... But where should I contact you for possible musical stuff? Ooh, good question. There's a way to do that. Oh, I got an idea. So, here's what you can do, Puggle, is within stream here, there is a link to Discord. I will post it right there. There's a link to a Discord. That is my Discord. I'll admit, it's not super lively right now, so hint, hint, wink, wink. If you guys want to join up my Discord and let's liven things up on there again. It's an old Discord from past eras on my live streaming stuff. So if you want to join that, you guys can join that. And then, yeah, Puggle, just you can message me on there about possible music stuff. So let me know if that link works, by the way, because it might be expired. Whoops, if it is. So please let me know if that link works. I'm going to go ahead and close out of Arkham. Damn it. Nashville Predators beat the Minnesota Wild. Fucking hockey. For those who don't know, I live in Minnesota, so I'm a big, like, Minnesota sports guy. Are they making Shang-Chi 2? Yes, it's a question of when is it coming out, not if. It's been confirmed since the first one was deemed a success that we would get a second one. The question is what it would be about, and when we would get it, because that is stuff that's up in the air. So, oh, in reality, you and Wolverine are cousins. Okay, that's cool. There are lots of cousins in here. Does that link need updating? By the way, that Discord link? I'll update it if it needs to be updated. Oh, it's expired. Okay, give me a second here. Un momento, por favor. I will get a new link, and I will update the bot to after stream is over. I'll update the bot. Oh, gotta love Discord. Making Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 4? Not that I know of, because it would not be with James Gunn. James Gunn is not making another Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So here's the thing, if they do Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 4, it would be with a different director. It would likely be this new team of Guardians that we have, which is Rocket, Groot, Kraglin, Adam Warlock, and one of those kids or something like that. Spider-Man, who's not here for a while, is the other best friend. Okay, well, you guys are really funny. I'll tell you that. All right, I'm gonna get a new link here. This is an older Discord, so I still have to put some work in updating it. James Gunn's finished with Marvel? Yeah, he's not making another one. There's a new Discord link. So if they make it, it's with another director, and it's not confirmed that it would be like it's not confirmed it would be with Bradley Cooper or Vin Diesel. They'd have to agree to join again. My guess is it would not be with that same group of Guardians, so it would be an entirely different team. So if we see the Guardians again, it would likely either be a multiversal thing or it would be with an entirely different team. Good night, slightly older cousin. Good night, slightly younger cousin. But that link should work. You wondered how I was feeling right now. There we go. Is it going to be a Silver Surfer movie? Ooh, good question. Silver Surfer will be in Fantastic Four. They're looking to cast him right now. So, like, they announced the official casting of Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, forget the guy that is, he was in Stranger Things. It's going to be Human Torch. And then, Ibn Mas Barkrock is, the Thing. So, Silver Surfer, it looks like the Fantastic Four is going to be a Galactus and Silver Surfer movie. So it's likely going to be Silver Surfer. Please don't make Silver Surfer a woman. If you're wondering why Spider-Man is not here right now, because he accidentally deleted his account, so he has to make another one. RIP. Joseph Quinn. Thank you. I knew it was Joseph. I couldn't remember the last part. I just couldn't remember if Joseph was the first or last name. He's got two first names. Please don't make Silver Surfer a woman. I'll be honest, yeah. That's I think they should definitely keep him male. Like, they're not gonna gender bend a lot of characters. Is there gonna be a Martian Manhunter movie? We certainly can hope. Next time you watch Guardians of the Galaxy, watch it as a D&D campaign with increasingly frustrated DM who's sick of being interrupted. Oh, jeez. Don't listen to the bot there. The bot, that link is bad. Go to mine. Who the heck would make a Martian Manhunter movie? Someone who's smart would make a Martian Manhunter movie. A smart person would make it. But yeah, Puggle, if you want to listen to a lot of my music stuff, my SoundCloud is linked in the channel. Not on the stream, but it's linked in the channel. And then I have my theme songs. A lot of the theme songs that I've written are in here as well. So there's a whole playlist of stuff. I'd either listen, if you want to listen to the older theme songs, I'd listen to Nightwing, Vandal Savage, or Adam Warlock. Those are my personal favorites that I've done. Or any of the newer stuff, especially the Mr. Freeze or Scarecrow. Martian Manhunter is dope. Yeah, Martian Manhunter is amazing. Red Tornado, any upcoming DC movies? We can only hope. Most likely not, buddy. We would most likely not be getting a Red Tornado appearance. We can certainly hope so. If anyone would do it, it'd be James Gunn. Manhunter is awesome. He is. Manhunter is arguably one of the best DC characters. But yeah, if you look at my Puggle, if you were to look at my SoundCloud, there's a lot of non-theme song stuff on there. From last I remember, there's quite a bit of non-theme song stuff on there. And honestly, I should upload more of this stuff because I've written a few things last couple of months that I haven't uploaded to YouTube just because they're not theme songs. So, like, I've written a couple of things, and yeah, I just haven't uploaded them because there weren't theme songs. If you guys want to hear the rest of my music, even if they're not theme songs, I can upload them. They just won't be like superhero themes. Or it'd be extremely loosely based on a character, or like just like what's the word? Ambience. Not really like, it's not like ambient music, but like I would just have like a scene play or something like that. I have another what if. What if X-Men assembled instead of the Avengers? Ooh. Like, that would be interesting. Have like the X-Men go up against Loki in the first Avengers movie. That'd be cool. I assume that's where you're going with it. What if is one of the best things to happen to Marvel, and it goes under the radar. Like, the whole idea of what if is just so, like, simply amazing. What if the X-Men were Earth's Mightiest Heroes alternate title? Honestly, I like the what if the X-Men assembled instead of the Avengers. But what if the X-Men were Earth's Mightiest Heroes? That would be a more efficient title. But we'd have to see the X-Men in the MCU first. Marvel won't do it until we get the X-Men. Like, we have to see the... Like, if you look at What If, the vast majority of the characters, if not the entirety of the characters that appeared in What If, appeared in live action before they appeared in What If. So, it's likely that we'd have to wait until the X-Men are officially brought into the MCU before we'd see them in What If. So, that all being said, for me, it's like, it's after 10:30 for me. I'm tired. I have work in the morning. I know I want to, actually, now I'm thinking about it. I want to get this next video done, so might have to be heading off to bed here pretty soon. Lineup would be Cyclops, Jean Grey, Wolverine, Iceman, Beast, Angel, and Xavier, with Nick Fury Xavier being the Nick Fury type character. Got Captain Carvel in What If before the movie. We got Peggy Carter in Captain America 1, so we still had Peggy Carter. we didn't get Captain Carter until What If. Just like we didn't get Supreme Strange or whatever that until, you know. We got the variants of the characters in What If, but the first appearances of those characters were in live action. Is there going to be a Vision movie? No. There's supposed to be something, I think, with White Vision, but I think Marvel forgot White Vision exists in the MCU somewhere. It's so stupid. You also have work tomorrow? Yeah. Also, it wasn't a Captain Carter movie, it was a Captain Carter cameo in Multiverse of Madness. And it wasn't the same Captain Carter. Which Iron Man variant would you want to see in Secret Wars, Ultimate Iron Man or Superior Iron Man? As long as it's not played by Robert Downey Jr., I'm happy, because I think Robert Downey Jr. should just avoid Marvel at this point. Not because Marvel fell off, but because there's a... sanctity isn't the right word. There's a level of impact when that version of Iron Man died. That you have to respect RDJ's, that version's death. So I think if we do get Iron Man variants in the MCU, it should be like a Spider-Man scenario where it's different actors rather than a Loki scenario or a Doctor Strange scenario where it's like mostly, if not all, the same actor. So I would, if I had to answer your question, if I had to pick one, I'd probably go Superior and have it be that Tom Cruise kind of thing. But have it be like a Multiverse of Madness, so it'd be like a one-off movie casting. Like, not that he would die, but that'd be the only time we see that version of that character. And because I don't know if I'd want to see Tom Cruise in superhero movies. I prefer him in like Top Gun and Mission Impossible. Currently looking for jobs to apply for. Been there. And here's what I can tell you, Nick. Last time I job hunted like that, it would be about this time last year. I ended up landing a job that I didn't know I'd like, that I loved, and that I did such a great thing at a separate part of that job that basically I went to be a technician for a lawn care company. I did very, very well with it, and you know, I'm still doing stuff with them today. Being a sequel to Batman 2022, yes, it is coming out in 2025. They theme it around the color blue, where the first movie was themed out around the color red. And they are also making that Penguin show. They are also doing something like Clayface and Scarecrow, and I forget the other Batman villain. And the question is like who is going to be the villain of the Batman 2025. So the Batman sequel with Robert Pattinson is coming out in 2025. It's going to be its own thing. And here's a quick question. Really quickly, but I would like to see Superior Iron Man variant more than the Ultimate Iron Man variant. Yeah, okay. Superior Iron Man is so much cooler than Ultimate Iron Man. I'll be perfectly honest. I don't know the difference. So, okay, again, I'm not the biggest Marvel nerd. So, where was I going with this? Where was I going with this? I was going somewhere with this. Where was I going? I'd completely lost my train of thought. I don't know. I completely lost my train of thought. I was talking about the Batman, and I was talking about the sequel coming out for it in 2025. And then I had a thought in my head, and I was going to go after it. And then I'm like, oh, I'm going to answer these questions, or answer these chats really quick, or respond to chat really quick, and then it just slipped my brain. This is what happens when you're tired, guys. But, you know, I don't think I'm going to remember anytime soon. I need to go to bed. If this delirium isn't making things clear, yeah. Was it you who asked about the Batman before I'd watched it? Was it you who... Maybe. I know you just asked me about like live action Avatar and stuff like that, but the Netflix Avatar, but it sounds like you already watched it. My opinion of Thor Ragnarok is negative because I don't like Thor making jokes all the time. Very fair, very, very fair. I enjoy Thor Ragnarok because I can see the seriousness and the genuine character developments between him and Loki through the movie, especially the elevator scene before Get Help. Like, that is probably my favorite scene in Thor Ragnarok, and I think Thor Ragnarok brought in the jokes in a okay way and was a good balance between that and the seriousness. But then I see where the people come from. I prefer the serious Thor. No, back when Batman came out, HBO Max, I asked someone about it. I don't know. Might be. Making a sequel to 2023 Mario? No clue. If they do, they need Yoshi. But anyway, guys, I could talk all day, except I can't. So I'm going to end things here. I've said it like 5 times. This is a true Midwest Minnesotan goodbye. So you all have a good night. I'm going to try to get that Chat TBT video up. After that, I'm going to make an Avatar video. And hope you guys have a great rest of your night. What if MCU Spider-Man was in Spider-Verse? Yeah. I don't know. Sorry, Mario. Star Wars was the best part of Mario movie. The star. Oh, the star. Okay. But yeah. Good night, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Had a lot of fun.